Say hi, Jared. That's the guy. That's the guy that's been training me.
I'll do some donuts for you.
Okay. He's doing them donuts. Woo! While our boss is inside, that's probably a terrible idea. Oh, here's my truck. Good morning, beautiful people. Just wanted to do a follow-up on yesterday's video, which got a lot of responses, and I very much appreciate it, you guys. Quick weather update. It is currently 3:30 in the morning, and it's 18 degrees. It's very cold. I'm so glad I started my truck. I also sold some firewood yesterday. I don't know if you guys can see that. Sold quite a bit of firewood yesterday in the dead of winter. January 4th, you guys, 18 degrees, 3:30 in the morning. In response to those of you that are telling me to keep the lawn care business going full-time, you guys, I sat down and I crunched the numbers before I went and got this job. And let's say I work 6 days a week. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably the max you can work, because if you stretch yourself to 7, you're gonna have 2 days of heavy rain, and then you're gonna fall behind, and it's gonna be so hard to catch up. So let's say you're doing 6 days a week and you're doing 10 yards a day. Also, I know you can do more, but to find 60 yards relatively, you know, close to one another, or 10 yards each day close to one another, to where you can actually get those done in one day, that's pretty tough. So I set the bar very high, saying 60 yards a week. That's a very challenging task to complete as a lawn care owner. If you got 60 yards, you guys, that's a lot. So let's say we got 60 yards times, we'll say $60 a piece. So the absolute most amount of money that I'm gonna bring home, or that I'm gonna make, is gonna be $3,600, you guys. We're not talking about maintenance, we're not talking about sharpening blades, we're not talking about cleaning the trucks, we're not talking about fueling the trucks, oil changes, anything that comes along with doing those 60 yards. Yes, I know there's other things, charges that you can add to, like you could do fertilizing and seeding and aerating and all that stuff as well. But you have to remember, if you're gonna do those things, now you have 60 yards you have to mow, on top of also you have to go do a fertilizer job and this, that, and the other. And over the last couple of years, I have tried desperately to get people to hire people. And what I found out is it actually hurts me more trying to get an employee and help me out, because I'm not gonna say good work's hard, you know, it's hard to find, but it's so hard to find somebody who's gonna care about the business the way that you do, because you're the business owner. So the people, you know, they're breaking stuff, they're not taking care of your equipment the way you want them to. Like, it's just, I've noticed that having the employee is actually just more work for you in the long run, because then you gotta, you know, obviously pay them, do the taxes, and then if it's not under the table, then you got to go through all that. You have to offer them the medical insurance and this, that, and the other. And if you have an LLC, then you have to file more paperwork for the inside of your state, whichever. That's how it works in my state anyway. But so for me, I was like, just to add like an extra, you know, 30 accounts, it just wasn't for me. Because I know if I push myself to the limit and I work 6 days a week, I could do 60 accounts. 27 weeks straight, it would just be so redundant and so monotonous and so annoying to do that many accounts for 27 weeks in a row. I would be so drained and so bored after, you know, half the season. So running it full time, I did it for 2 years. It's just not for me, you guys. It might be for some of you out there, and some of you are thinking, $3,600, Brian, you're crazy. That's amazing. And it is, but you got to remember, that's being extremely generous. Like, to get somebody to let you mow their grass every single week for $60 is already an accomplishment. It's in my area for sure. The average person in my area is getting their grass cut for somewhere between $30 and $45. And I'm not kidding. People go out there and cut people's grass for 30 to 40 bucks. That's what they're charging. It's very, very, very competitive business. Very competitive business. The ROI for me, the return on investment for me, it just wasn't there. I just didn't see, you know, doing it again full time this year. I fully intend on doing lawn care though, 100%, like I had said in my previous video. I plan on doing, you know, 10, 15 yards, side hustle. I think it's a great side hustle for sure. If you really wanted to, you could do straight up cash and not even report any of it to the IRS. If you wanted to, I'm not saying you should, I'm just saying you could. You know, it's a lot easier to expand that side hustle while you already have a full-time job on top of it. So a couple hours here, a couple hours on the weekend, whatever it may be. To go full-time in lawn care though, like, especially as a solo operator, you need a lot of lawns, especially if you got like a mortgage payment and you got kids you're trying to take care of and you got a car payment. Like, you have to have some serious, like, you have to have some properties to cut, you guys. I would say probably no less than 30 if you want it, like, depending on what your bills are. But yeah, so $3,600, the absolute cap, at $60 a yard, 6 days a week, you guys. That is being extra generous, but I do want you to know that is before any of my expenses. That's before any expenses whatsoever. If you have a truck payment, if you have a mower payment, if you have, you know, the gas payment, the advertising, any of the maintenance, the oil, any of that, just the gas alone for 60 yards, you're probably going to be around $400 a week, at least, minimum. So if you're running like an electric weed whacker, that might help. If you're running electric push mower, that might help. But if everything you have is gas, dude, you're at $400 or $500 each week for gas alone. Just my truck would take probably $250 to $300 for gas. So as a full-time gig, it's just not for me, you guys. If there's somebody out there who wants to do it full-time and you want to make a business out of it and you want to hire your friends or whatever it may be, that is fantastic. I love it. If that's what you want to do, I say start tomorrow, even though we're in the dead of winter. Go out there and watch some of my how-to videos. I go into serious detail. I'm like one of the very few people who actually do numbers on my channel. Most people don't tell you how much they price. Most people don't give it to you straight like I do. And I think that's why a lot of you guys enjoy watching my videos. Also, shout out to the guy who left me the comment yesterday. He saw my videos and he decided to use what he had laying around his house and started a little lawn care biz. Shout out to you, my guy. That's awesome. That's exactly why I started this channel, to inspire people to make a little side hustle business, to find other businesses. A lot of you guys were saying that a laundromat would be a great idea, and I'm all for it. A laundromat is definitely a full-time gig. It's not, you know, just a little passive side hustle. I don't recommend you build any of them. I recommend you pay very good attention to the location though. I've seen quite a few videos about location is the most important thing. If you put a laundromat up where nobody does their laundry, you're not going to be very successful. Yeah, laundromats, man, they can knock out $10,000 a month, you know, $15,000 a month depending on the size. And you can also put vending machines in there and claw machines and coin pushers and stuff like that. And yeah, there's definitely money to be made in a laundromat. So if you need more lawn care clients, this is what you got to do. This is what I did. This is what boosted my calls. I was just like you guys, struggling to get lawn care clients. I couldn't find anybody. Get on Google, you guys. Get on Google, get some good pictures, have a good name, and get reviews. I don't care how you get the reviews, just get the reviews. Once you start getting 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 reviews, like within a short amount of time, like within a month, if you pick up like 10, 15 reviews, that is going to boost you to the absolute top. So if I were you, like in the very beginning of April, I would start asking people, your friends, your family, coworkers, whoever it may be, just to start giving you 5-star Google reviews. And by the time, you know, May rolls around, you'll be #1 on Google, and you'll be thanking me. You'll be leaving me comments down below saying, Brian, I'm getting 15 phone calls a day, people wanting lawn care quotes. And if I were you, I've made a video on this a million times, if I were you, I would go out and actually do these quotes in person. 100% in person. Never do anything through Google review or to Google Earth or GPS pictures or anything like that. Square footage. I've also got videos on how I price my lawn care. I definitely would not Google Earth and give somebody a quote that way. 100% go there. They're good. There could be a chance that they want to come out and talk to you, especially if they're an elderly couple, and that really sets you apart from the competition as well. It did for me. I know when I got on Google, I just so happened to get on Google in the springtime, and a bunch of people wanted some mulch done, and a bunch of people wanted leaf cleanups done. And as soon as I was done, they were all just willing to give me 5-star reviews just because I asked. They're like, thank you so much, Brian, it looks so good, you know, blah blah blah. And I was like, hey, if you really love it, you could always just leave me a review. And they're like, all right, sounds great. And then like 2 minutes later, I got a 5-star Google review. And then that happened, like I said, like 15 times within just a few weeks. And then all of a sudden, I was #1 on Google for months on end. And then I was like, oh, this is awesome, I love it. So then I just kept asking people. I was like, hey, can you leave me a review? Hey, could you leave me a review? I'd really appreciate it. And then people just kept leaving me reviews. And it was just like 1 this week, 3 this week, 4 this week. Then all of a sudden, I think now I have like 40 something 5-star reviews. And that was all within like 3 months. Because now I don't even ask for reviews. I don't want any more phone calls from Google, you guys. I can't handle them. I had so many phone calls for leaf cleanups this year that I didn't even get back to because I couldn't handle the amount of calls I had. So get on Google, get some good pictures, look professional, fill out everything you possibly can when it comes to the Google page. It'll ask you a bunch of questions. Fill everything out that you possibly can. Don't skip any boxes. Don't leave anything unchecked or unwrote. Like, make sure everything has an answer. Couple of decent pictures. If you don't have good quality 4K pictures, take them offline, you guys. Take them right off of Google. Just Google lawn care. Nobody cares. The pictures are pretty much there just to help the people that are looking for you to see what it is that you do for work. So if you got a nice picture of you on a lawnmower, throw it up there, whatever it may be. But Google, you guys, will change your life, I promise you. Because when people want things nowadays, they just go on Google and they type in whatever it is they're looking for, and then they say near me. And that's what set me apart. And I have so many people that cut grass around me. So many. There's probably 100 people within my direct area that cut grass around me. And I absolutely dominated the competition in the last 2 years by, you know, getting clients and stuff like that. What's up, guys? So just got done 6 hours. Say hi, Jared. That's the guy. That's the guy that's been training me.
I'll do some donuts for you.
Okay. But yeah, just got done working. It's 10 o'clock now. Took us 6 hours. The roads are crap, so I was driving really slow. But yeah, so just wanted to let you guys know this job is fantastic, and I'll tell you why. So the position I got hired for is pretty much the backup route driver, which I think I explained to you guys already. But the cool thing is I can make either hourly or commission, whichever one is greater. And I get paid anything past 8 hours of work, no matter how many hours I've already worked through the week. Anything over 8 hours, it's already time and a half. When it comes to commission, I get paid for whatever was sold the day that I delivered products. It's always the greater of the two, which is fantastic for this job. Typically, the Saturdays can get done in about 4 or 5 hours. So you got an opportunity to make really good money on Saturdays, because if I only work 4 hours, but you know, I do $200 or $300 in commission sales, like, that's awesome. That's an awesome Saturday. Or also, if like I just worked a ton throughout the week and then Saturdays are just straight overtime, that could be cool too. Mondays, if I work Monday, no matter what, it's double time. And since I started working here, this is like my 4th week, I've already worked 2 Mondays. And my position that I'm doing is I'm covering other people, and the people that I'm covering, they always work Monday through Friday. So if they take a week vacation and I pick up their shifts, I'm guaranteed to work that Monday. That's automatically double time no matter what. So they'll be paying me double, which is fantastic. But I just wanted to tell you guys that really quick. Loving the job so far. I'll keep you guys posted on what goes on. Anything new pops up. We'll talk about lawn care here shortly. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Peace.